if my words did glow with the gold of sunshine.
Hi, Heather. It's
Hi.
great to see you. I'm here with Heather Hilferty, who is CEO of Parzival.
Parzival is a nonprofit organization in southeastern Pennsylvania, and we support adults with varying abilities in their home, in the community, through their work, recreational activities, basically whatever they need to fulfill a life that they envision for themselves. We are in what's called the red zone in this state, which means we still have a lot of new cases every day. Our main focus continues to be keeping people safe, healthy, and just making sure that we still have some fun. I never could have envisioned that my first year in this role that there would be a global pandemic. Nobody could have anticipated that, of course, and there were many challenges that I faced my first year, but nothing like this. I've helped create and facilitate really good teams, the direct support staff, the managers, the directors. I don't know all the answers. I don't know what this is going to look like or what's going to happen, but I knew that I didn't have to have all the answers, that I could be a little bit vulnerable in this new role and that we'd work it out together.
There'll be songs to fill the air, rippled in still water.
If you choose to lead, you must follow. And that line just gives me goosebumps. I strongly believe that. If I fall on my own.
You choose to lead, must follow. But if you fall alone.
I'm obviously the leader, so it's ultimately on me. But I have to be able to follow my teams, the staff, what the people that we're supporting want, and then think about how we can move forward with those things.
Are there things that you've had to bring about as a result of Corona that actually you're noticing are having a beneficial effect from the residents' perspective?
The staff, the people that are now at home are really doing quite well. So that tells me that maybe everybody needs a little more fun and maybe slower pace and more flexibility in their life. Having more interaction and overlap between community participated support staff and the staff that typically worked out of the home. So now everybody's really needing to work together. Schedules are more fluid because there's not a Monday through Friday, 8:30 to 3:30, lots of activities, work, all of that. And I mean, in some ways it's challenging, but in other ways it's really nice for the people that live in those homes. People are really missing their families and some friends. We did have to implement a policy that only essential staff would be coming in and out of the homes. That has definitely been challenging. Just missing people, missing that in-person, close physical proximity connection, even though, we're very thankful for technology and people seem to be having a lot of fun with those things. People have struggled with the uncertainty of the end dates. From my perspective, one of the most challenging things for the staff is just navigating, their own fear with the virus and how to protect themselves and then go to their own homes and friends and family and stay safe. The staff that are working in the homes, supporting the whole time that they're there. So can be challenging getting some space to yourself or thinking up creative ways to engage with people, to make things still light and fun and not just all about the virus. One of the women on my team has really been amazing at making sure that people have both mandated training to keep themselves safe and the people they support, and doing fun trainings like all kinds of stuff, stress relief things. Staff are coming up with baking or virtual Zoom spa days with people. So doing that creative stuff to keep people connected, but also making sure that we have all the thermometers and gloves and masks and cleaning supplies. That's also very important.
It's a hand-me-down. The thoughts are broken. Perhaps they're better left unspoken.
How you've had to grow and stretch yourself as a leader in this phase from the perspective of working with conflicts.
I think that one of our growth areas as a team is while things are heightened, everyone has their own things going on, just finding a way to really, disagree, have conflict, discuss, be open about it, but also doing it in a way that pulls us together. Listening even more is so important. We've had conflicts with some people thinking we're being too strict, not strict enough, what procedure is good to put in place, what is not. And even if we're not agreeing as all the staff together on what to do, I think just listening and on each side saying why we're thinking to go to this extreme or not. So we don't need to wear eye protection right now, or and not taking it like they are saying we're not doing enough as an organization. I think people are just really curious and want to make sure that we are in the know with everything that's going on and looked at things from all different angles before we implement a new protocol. Some people are more anxious than others because of maybe their life experience or their backgrounds. And I'm finding that for family, friends, staff, the people sometimes that you assumed would react a certain way during a crisis or a global pandemic are acting very different than you would have imagined. It's been very interesting. I feel like this is a good opportunity for us to learn a way of being that we can do that, work through those things when we don't agree how to handle certain situations, and still come out on the other side strong and understanding the other point of view and feeling open even enough to share it without getting the door shut.
Getting to know yourself and how you lead. What have been some of the surprises, maybe learning and growth areas or edges that you found at the front line of your own navigation?
One of the things I've had to learn through this for sure is getting more in touch with my decision-making process as a leader. And naturally, I want to hear from everybody and get their perspective and reflect and mull it over. When there is a crisis or a decision that needs to be made immediately, either because of a mandate through the county or the state, or just something we feel strongly about, it's just getting quicker with that process, staying true to my style, but just shortening it and still feeling good about making the decision. My relationship with the board and the board members has been really great, and they've been supporting me too, just to bounce things off of, to get clarification, because that relationship is also new to me. I'm used to having a direct supervisor. Through this learning with the pandemic, I'm seeing what the board is really there for me for and what I can use them for.
Rippled in still water.
What are some of the dynamics in your own leadership team that maybe have come out even stronger?
I think that everybody has kind of picked up a certain role through this, pandemic, because of our titles in the organization, and also just because of our natural styles of working with people. We need all types of people. We need admin people through this crisis. We need people that are going to be there to really just support and care and reassure folks. Certain tasks that need to be done. You need all styles and perspectives, and I really appreciate that, because I have my own perspective, my own style, but I need to hear from everybody,
Amazing.
especially right now. One of the things that we're bringing in, as you know, Julia, is we all do the individual coaching, and now we're working together as a team with you to work on some of this stuff. And I think having a safe space to be able to do that is really important. We have a really great team already, and we have great relationships and all of that. And I just want to keep that going, whether or not there's a virus, whether or not someone does get sick, or we make a decision that's maybe not favorable to certain people, or if we don't have a way to do that together, then it might not last. And I don't want that to happen.
As terrible as it is, and as much suffering as there is, so much loss. And at the same time, is there any silver lining for your own growth in your role as a human?
Our organization is in a really fortunate position and have not had any cases. And that's not the case for a lot of organizations in our area. So I think about the other providers every day and what they're going through. And I can really live into how horrible and hard that must be to be supporting people with the virus and staff and trying to navigate all of that. This has really taught me to look at the way that we do business to really make it easier and lighter for everybody, for myself, for my family, for the direct support staff, to the people that live in all of the homes. And it's a chance to really live into that and see what could be, and not maybe force something that isn't quite working for someone.
Are there adaptations that you would like to continue with, and are there things that you would like to stop?
We have administrative people, and they drive a very long time to get to work every day, in addition to working a full day. We've been working from home now. Why do that? And, there's so many reasons not to do that, just to make your life less stressful, and then therefore be able to be a better worker. And we can be flexible and change it. So to be more creative with the supports that we provide, and not be so pigeonholed. And we've said it even before the virus, develop something for the person. One of the things that gets me excited about the post-corona world, now everybody has been at home for quite some time. They can't go out and do much. This woman lives in her home in Phoenixville. Now she's going to go out to the world again Monday through Friday and be gone every day, 8:30 to 3:30. That's a typical program. Now I envision someone developing a schedule. Maybe they want to be home Monday doing X, Y, and Z around the house, but then Wednesday there's this art class down the street that they're really excited about, want to come home for lunch. Maybe there's something in the afternoon that they've signed up for. Maybe they're looking for other activities that they want to do.
Would you hear my voice come through the music? Would you hold it near?
So just not so every week, all day, every day. If there's one thing that is really what I'm thinking about the most these days, besides, if someone gets the virus and what we're going to do and all of that.
What's been new and surprising for you?
What's been new and surprising? Just on a personal level, I have been really surprised at how busy I have been, even more so working from home and having children home and my husband home. The kids have schoolwork to do. I have my work to do. There's this whole outside thing that's happening while you're trying to somehow maintain a regular schedule life. And it just adds another element of anxiety and fear. The kids are going through their own challenges as well with not seeing friends. Wanting to really, I guess, keep that in mind for myself, my family, and all of the staff and people that are supported by Parzival. We all are having our own experience, so just be kind and try to understand where maybe that other person's coming from. I'm very mindful of the people that are home that can't get paid and are also worried about how they're going to get food on the table.
It's really inspiring to get a sense of you as a fairly new leader, how you're navigating your own entry into the world of leadership, and at the same time, this massive global event, which is affecting everybody and throwing us all together. Is there something about your natural style that you're discovering is exactly perfect for this phase?
I could imagine right now, with what's going on, to have a leader that struggles with staying calm and being able to think things through and just be mindful about what's happening could be very stressful for the people that work for that person. So this has tested that in me, but I'm very glad that I have that as a resource and kind of a natural ability to do that, because yeah, this is hard for everybody, and I'm thankful that I can be like that person for my team.
Beautiful.
The other part of the song that really gets to me, and I always think of you, Julia, about the fountain. I think it goes,
let it be known, there is a fountain that was not made by the hands of men.
and when I hear that, I think about all the work that we do and how we have so much inside of us to provide for us. We have the tools, and that's not man-made. It's not a man-made fountain. It's just within us. And yeah, it's just a beautiful song. We need it more than ever. So it's a ripple. It's
Beautiful.
yeah.
It's beautiful. Thank you.
Thank you, Julia, for giving me this chance to talk to you and ask me questions about what's been going on in our area of the world.
It's such a pleasure, and it's a joy to know you and to be on the journey with you, Heather.
Ripple in still water, when there is no pebble tossed, no wind to blow, you choose to lead, must follow. But if you fall alone. If you should stand, then who's to guide you? If I knew the way, I would take you home, not